I remember the way his voice trembled that night, soft and almost unsure, when he whispered, "I love you." I'd just turned off the lamp beside our bed, and the room had sunk into that stillness only the dark could bring. My back was turned to him, and I was nearly drifting off when I heard those 3 words. They should have warmed me. They should have meant everything. But instead, they unsettled me. His name was Andrew, and we'd been together for 3 years. We weren't the perfect couple, but I thought we were close. There were arguments here and there, sometimes about work, sometimes about money, and often about my trust issues. He said I read too deeply into things, that I always assumed the worst, and that he wasn't the man my past had trained me to expect. For a while, I believed him. We met through mutual friends. He was charming, intelligent, and had this laugh that felt like it could cut through the worst day. When we started dating, he paid attention to the little things, bringing my favorite coffee when I had a stressful day, remembering what side of the bed I preferred, brushing the hair off my face when we sat in silence. But love, I've learned, is not built from grand moments. It's in the ordinary. And sometimes the ordinary hides secrets. That night, after he said he loved me, I didn't respond. Something about the way he said it felt forced. Like he needed me to hear it, not because it was true, but because he was hiding something else. I felt guilty for thinking that. Who doubts the person they share a life with after such a tender moment? But I couldn't ignore the gut feeling. And I'd ignored it before, once years ago, with someone else, and it destroyed me. The next morning, Andrew was already in the shower when I woke up. His phone was on the nightstand. I stared at it for a few seconds longer than I should have. I'm not proud of what I did, but I did it anyway. I picked it up. I didn't find anything at first. No strange messages, no saved photos that shouldn't have been there. Nothing obvious. But then I opened the Notes app. There was a file with a single name, Cassandra. I opened it. It was a series of dated entries. Not poems or writing drafts, entries. Like a diary. The first one was nearly 2 years ago. My hands trembled as I read. He wrote about feelings, about guilt, about someone who made him feel more alive than anyone ever had. And the way he described her, it wasn't vague. It was detailed. Her hair, her voice, the way she laughed. The way she told him she loved him once, even though she knew he was with me. I stopped breathing. He'd never mentioned a Cassandra before. Not once. And the entries weren't in the past tense. The last one was only a week ago. She said she missed me today. I couldn't say it back. But I did. I miss her. I think about her when I'm lying beside Emily. That's the truth. Emily. That was me. I dropped the phone on the bed, like it burned my hand. He came out of the shower, towel around his waist, humming. When he saw my face, the hum stopped. "You okay?" he asked. I wanted to scream. I wanted to cry. I wanted to ask him why. But all I said was, "Who's Cassandra?" There's a silence a person gives you when they're caught, when they realize that the lie they've crafted so carefully has just collapsed. Andrew gave me that silence. Then his mouth opened, as if words were coming, but nothing came. I saw the panic flicker in his eyes. "She's someone I used to know," he said. "It's not what you think." But it was. It always is. He tried to explain. He said she was someone he met before me, that they'd reconnected once, had a coffee, nothing more. He said the entries were just thoughts, fantasies, not real. But how do you write that you miss someone while lying next to your girlfriend and call that fiction? I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I told him I needed time. I packed a bag and drove to my sister's. I didn't say how long I'd be gone. I didn't answer when he texted later that night. "I love you. Please believe me." Those 3 words again. But now they felt like poison. I spent 2 days at my sister's, replaying every moment of our relationship. Was it always there, the signs? Was I too blinded by the comfort of routine, the illusion of trust, to see the cracks? On the 3rd day, I returned, not because I forgave him, but because I needed closure. He was sitting on the couch when I walked in, looking like a man who hadn't slept. "Emily," he said, rising to his feet. "I messed up. I don't even know when it started getting blurry for me. I didn't touch her, I swear. But emotionally, I wasn't faithful. I know that. That was the first time he'd ever admitted fault without trying to justify it. He said he didn't love her, that he loved me, that the thoughts were just him being confused, that we could work through it. I asked him one question. Did you ever wish she was me? He hesitated, and that was enough. I left. The weeks that followed were hard. I wanted to text him 100 times, to ask if he missed me, to ask if he regretted it. But I didn't. Instead, I went to therapy. I journaled. I cried. I let myself unravel so I could stitch myself back together with something real. 2 months later, I got a message from Cassandra. I don't know how she found me, but she did. Her message was long, full of apology and shame. She said she ended things with him, too, that she realized he was playing both sides. That he told her we were on a break and that he wasn't living with me anymore. That he said I was difficult and clingy and didn't understand him. I sat on my kitchen floor after reading that message, numb. I wasn't angry at her. I was angry at him. At myself. At how easily I believed him. At how the person whispering love into my ear was thinking about someone else. But I also felt relief. Not all truths come with peace, but they do come with power. And in that moment, I took mine back. It's been a year now. I've moved into a smaller place, decorated with pieces of me that were buried under we for too long. I wake up without waiting for anyone to whisper anything. I don't check anyone's phone but my own. I've learned that love, when real, doesn't have to be questioned. I still hear his voice sometimes when I'm falling asleep. That final I love you like an echo. But now I know, words are only as true as the actions behind them. And secrets, no matter how deeply buried, always find a way to surface. What I uncovered broke me, but it also set me free.